Hi students, good morning to all. I welcome you all in this IFM lecture. So in last lecture we have derived the equation for total pressure force and center of pressure. So what was the equation for the total pressure force that we have derived? Capital P is equal to gamma A H bar. That was the equation that we have derived for finding the total pressure force acting on a vertical surface submerged in the liquid. If you remember that equation, you will see here P is equal to gamma A H bar. Those students who were absent, they should note down this equation. First of all, write on the title vertical plane surface submerged in the liquid. Have we written this title and equation in your notebook?
No, sir.
Not written. Okay, then have you written this also? I think it is also not written.
No.
Okay, write on the title hydrostatic forces on the surface. Write on the title hydrostatic forces on the surface. Then first we will note down the definition of total pressure and center of pressure. Write on the title total pressure oblique total pressure force. Total pressure or total pressure force. In bracket write down capital P. Sometimes some author use the notation capital P, some author use the notation capital F to denote the total pressure force. So either you can use this capital P or capital F as the notation for denoting the total pressure. And sometimes they call it as a total pressure and sometimes they call it as a total pressure force. Actually it is a force, but while writing they write like this total pressure. It is the total pressure force actually. Okay. So let us write down the definition for the total pressure first. Total pressure is defined as the force exerted. Total pressure is defined as the force exerted by a static fluid you have to increase your speeds, writing speed, noting speed, because your class is lagging behind as compared to the other class. So we have to also your admissions have become late, direct second year student, na? So we have to be little bit faster. We have to complete this part. Total pressure is defined as the force exerted by static fluid. Force exerted by static fluid on a surface. Force exerted by static fluid on surface. Static means stable fluid which is not in motion. Static fluid on surface, either plane or curved. That surface can be plane. Plane means like this. Are you seeing this protractor? It is a plane object. It is not curved. Okay. And when we call it either plane or curved, when we call curved means this will be like this curved surface. Okay. This is the curve, and when it becomes straight, it is called as a plane surface. Okay. So surface either plane or curved when the fluid comes in contact with the surface. When the fluid come in contact with the surface. So liquid always apply the pressure force. Liquid always apply the pressure force on the surface which is coming in contact with it. Okay. Now this is the bottle of water. The liquid present inside this water, it is exerting pressure on all the surfaces which is coming in contact with it. That surface, it can be a surface, plane surface. This can be a curved surface like this. This can be a plane surface like this. Okay. And what is the characteristics of this force? Hydrostatic force. The main characteristics of this hydrostatic force is that this force always acts normal to the surface. So what is the meaning of normal force? Who will tell? Normal to the force.
Same direction, sir, to all.
Correct. It is acting perpendicular, means it is acting at 90 degree. This total pressure force always act at the 90 degree to the surface in which it is coming contact. Okay. If the surface is vertical, then that total pressure force it will be acting in horizontal direction. If the surface is horizontal, then total pressure force will be acting in vertical direction. If that surface is inclined, then that total pressure force will be acting like this, by making an angle of 90 degree. Right. So this thing we should keep in mind, because on this particular sentence there will be MCQ question in examination. परीक्षेमध्ये याच्यावरती MCQ क्वेश्चन बऱ्याचदा पडलेला आहे. The force always acts in normal direction to the surface. Option they will give normal. Then option they will give perpendicular. Option C, any direction. Option D, both A and B. So which is the correct option here?
Both A and B, sir, normal and perpendicular.
Normal and perpendicular, correct. So Kekan has given the right answer. So the answer will be here both A and B, because normal and perpendicular both have the same meaning. Okay, so that's why sometimes people will select only one option, sometimes they will select the other option, but both have the same meanings. That's why option C, D option can be selected here. Next, write down the title, center of pressure. Center of pressure. Have you written? So what is center of pressure? We know that force have the different characteristics or the properties or the components. Like force has the magnitude, right? Magnitude. Then second characteristics of the force is force has the direction, means force is a vector quantity. From these two, we can say that force is a vector quantity, because it also has the magnitude as well as the direction. Then force has the point of application. Without knowing the point of application, force cannot become complete. Information about the force is not complete. So we should know what is the point at which force is acting, right? So, and last one is the nature of force, whether it is a compressive force or whether it is tensile force, like that. So these things are needed here. So what is the center of pressure? Center of pressure is nothing but it is the point of application. Okay, this third characteristics, point of application of force, where it is exactly acting on that surface, okay, which is coming in contact with that liquid. Suppose this total pressure force is acting here at this particular point. So we have learned that in the hydrostatic law that as depth increases, suppose this is the surface of the liquid, okay, this is the surface coming in contact with liquid surface is this one. As depth increases, means H increases. So what is going to increase? Pressure intensity will
Pressure intensity.
correct. So this H is nothing but it is a pressure head. जसं या ठिकाणी डेप्थ वाढत जाईल, खाली जाईल आपण, तसं या ठिकाणी काय होते, प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी वाढते, कारण अकॉर्डिंग टू हायड्रोस्टॅटिक लॉ P is equal to gamma H, right? So H increases, so P will also increase. H कुठून increase होते? फ्रॉम सरफेस पासून खाली आपण चाललो तर काय होईल, या ठिकाणी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी वाढत जाईल. ऍट H is equal to 0, P will become 0. ऍट H is equal to this capital H, हा टोटल जर कॅपिटल H असेल तर या ठिकाणी P is equal to काय येईल, gamma into capital H. Means we will get the maximum pressure intensity at the bottom. Okay, so the curve or the graph, pressure distribution curve, we will get like this. It is the profile which shows the pressure distribution along the depth of the liquid. right? And from this pressure intensity, we found what is the total pressure force. Total pressure force is nothing but P is equal to gamma A H bar. H bar is nothing but, what is H bar? This is the H, but what is H bar? H bar is nothing but it is the center of gravity of this particular surface. Okay, a surface is center of gravity. It will be somewhere here. At this particular point, at the center of gravity, H bar, this total pressure force is supposed to act. असं समजलं जातं की तो टोटल प्रेशर फोर्स जो आहे तो कुठे ऍक्ट होत असतो ऍट एच बार. एच बार म्हणजे काय द सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी ऑफ द सरफेस. ओके, सो this center of pressure is nothing but it is defined as the point of application of total pressure. This total pressure वरती आपण जो डिफाइन केलेलं आहे त्याचा पॉइंट ऑफ अप्लिकेशन ऑफ टोटल प्रेशर ऑन द सरफेस. सरफेस वरती ज्या ठिकाणी ऍक्ट होतो that point of application is called as the center of pressure. And its depth, how it is obtained, how it is denoted, notation क्या वापरलं जातं त्याला, it is denoted by letter H star. Okay, different author use the different notation. H bar is the notation that we have used for denoting the location of center of gravity, location of center of gravity from the free liquid surface. So this is the H bar, and the point of application of the total pressure force. Okay, its depth from the liquid surface is denoted by letter H star. Okay, so here there are 4 cases. So here first of all I think you have written the definition. After that write out these 4 cases there. There are 4 cases of submerged surface on which the total pressure force and center of pressure is to be determined. First, second, third, and fourth. Do it fast. Is it over? Yes. Give a quick reply. If it is not over, then say no, sir, it is not yet over.
1 minute, sir.
Is it over?
Yes, sir.
Write on the
Yes.
title vertical plane surface submerged in the liquid. We have taken the derivation of this. You can write down the directly this value. The formula P is equal to gamma A H bar. P is equal to gamma A H bar. Total pressure is given by equation. Total pressure is given by equation P is equal to gamma A H bar, where gamma is equal to the weight density of the liquid or weight density of the fluid. Gamma is equal to weight density of the fluid. Then H bar is the distance of CZ from the free surface. H bar is the distance, or H bar is equal to distance of CZ from free surface
कचरा डिपो
okay, and capital A is the surface area. Then write down the title center of pressure. Center of pressure, and write down this equation. H star is equal to Iz upon AH bar. H star is equal to Iz upon AH bar plus H bar. H star is equal to Iz upon AH bar plus H bar, where what is Iz? Write down Iz is equal to moment of inertia. Moment of inertia to the centroidal axis. Moment of inertia about centroidal axis parallel to the free liquid surface. Centroidal axis parallel to the free liquid surface. Means if you see here in the diagram, here this will be the centroidal axis. Here I need to make the line. This will be the centroidal axis. About this axis, what will be the center of that moment of inertia of this object? This axis is parallel to the free liquid surface, right? About this axis, moment of inertia of what? Of this object. As object has a moment of inertia about the central axis, which is parallel to the free liquid surface, Iz. So you need to draw the diagram of this. If you have not drawn, write down the mention there. What is capital A? What is H bar? What is Z? What is P? What is H star? because without knowing this, how you will not understand that formula. Though we have seen the derivation, but we may not remember that everything. Let capital A is equal to total area of the surface. H bar is equal to distance of CZ of area draw this diagram also so that you will understand what is actually H bar. Do it first. Is it over? So this formula should be by hearted by everyone. H star for vertical surface. H star is the what is H star? H star is the distance of total pressure force at which distance of center of pressure from the free liquid surface. You see here in the diagram, you will come to know what is S star. S star is the distance of total center of pressure P from the free liquid surface. What is H bar? H bar is the distance of CZ from the free liquid surface, right? So let us now derive the equation for the inclined plane surface submerged in the liquid. Okay, write on the title, inclined plane surface submerged in the liquid, and draw this diagram. This is the top view of the inclined surface here. Okay. Then this is the we can say side view of this particular object. जर हा ऑब्जेक्ट आपण वरून पाहिला तर तुम्हाला त्याचा हा पृष्ठभाग दिसेल समोरचा सरफेस, आणि साईडने जर पाहिला तर तुम्हाला काय दिसेल, फक्त एक लाईन दिसेल, बरोबर आहे का? अशी तिरकी लाईन दिसेल. ती लाईन तुम्हाला या ठिकाणी दिसते. दिस इज दॅट लाईन. या ऑब्जेक्टची लाईन या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला साइड व्ह्यू तुम्हाला दिसत आहे. नाव हिअर what we are doing, we are drawing a projected line, imaginary line, which is perpendicular to this line. हा जो सरफेस आहे inclined surface ला perpendicular line या ठिकाणी आपण ड्रॉ करतोय. Why we draw this line here? Because we will find out what will be the moment of inertia about this line or this axis. Because if you look at what is moment of inertia is nothing but it is the area into this perpendicular distance square, right? Area of this object into perpendicular distance square. I0 is nothing but it is a x square. If the x is the distance between these two objects, this axis and this. But here if you look at this surface and this inclined surface, they are not perpendicular to each other. Then how we can find the moment of inertia of this inclined surface about this axis? We cannot find. Okay, so that's why we will require a surface which is perpendicular to this surface. We will require a line perpendicular to this surface. So here we drawn an imaginary line which is perpendicular to this surface so that we can find out what is I0, and then we can find out what is IZ. Okay, about the centroidal axis like this, which is parallel to this axis. या axis ला parallel axis मुळे आपल्याला याचा हे आपल्याला IG या ठिकाणी काढता येऊ शकतो. ठीक आहे. That's why we have drawn this imaginary line here. So have you everyone written drawn this diagram? There you can mention what is A, what is H bar, what is S star. They have the usual meaning. जसं आपण मागे लिहिलेलं आहे तसं त्याचे अर्थ आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये हा थीटा महत्वाचा आहे, थोडा थीटा लिहून घ्या. थीटा इज इक्वल टू angle made by the plane of the surface with the free liquid surface. This is the angle made by this plane. Okay, हा जो प्लेन सरफेस आहे, inclined plane surface, त्यांनी अँगल केलेला कशा बरोबर? It is the angle with the free liquid surface theta.
सर तिथे सर्कलचा आयजी काढायचंय का?
नाही, हा सरफेस, हा जो सरफेस आहे या सरफेसचा मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया आपण काय करतो, आपल्याला काढायचा आहे, आपल्याला डेरिव्हेशन करण्यासाठी आपण वापरतो. पण ह्याचा मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया आपण या सरफेसच्या भोवती नाही काढू शकत, कारण दिस सरफेस इज इन्क्लाइन टू दिस. म्हणजे ह्याचं प्रोजेक्शन जर आपण इथं पाहिलं तर हा सरफेस कसा आहे, इट इज नॉट परपेंडिक्युलर, इट इज मेकिंग सम अँगल थीटा विथ दिस सरफेस. मग आपल्याला जर याचा मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया काढायचा असेल तर आपल्याला काय करावं लागेल, वी नीड टू ड्रॉ अ ऍक्सिस ऑर द लाईन विच इज परपेंडिक्युलर टू दिस सरफेस. हा इन्क्लाइन सरफेसला परपेंडिक्युलर आपल्याला कशी लाईन काढावं लागेल. मग ही आपण परपेंडिक्युलर लाईन काढल्यानंतर वी कॅन फाइंड आउट व्हॉट इज द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया अबाउट दिस ऍक्सिस. या ऍक्सिसच्या भोवती त्याचा मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया काय आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी काढता येऊ शकतो. आणि नंतर आपण पॅरलल ऍक्सिस थिअरम वापरून त्या ठिकाणी आपण काय करणार आहोत, वी विल फाइंड आउट व्हॉट इज IG. ओके, दॅट इज मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया अबाउट द सेंट्रोइडल ऍक्सिस. त्याचं स्टँडर्ड फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला माहिती आहे. सो स्टँडर्ड फॉर्म्युला आपण त्या ठिकाणी वापरू शकतो. त्यासाठी आपल्याला हा IG काढावा लागतो बाय युजिंग पॅरलल ऍक्सिस थिअरम.
म्हणजे पाय डी 4/64 ने.
पाय डी
4/64 ने ना.
इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द शेप ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. हा जो सरफेस आहे या सरफेसच्या शेपवरती डिपेंड करेल. इफ द शेप ऑफ द सरफेस is this inclined surface, if it is rectangle, in that case the formula will be different, BD cube by 12. Okay, if the shape of this particular inclined surface is circular, then in that case we have to go for the formula pi by 64 into d square, d raised to 4. That formula we will use. Okay, when if the surface is circular, in that case. So depending upon the shape of the surface, inclined surface, we need to use the formula of IG. Okay, have you got it?
Yes sir.
याच्यामध्ये राईट डाउन दिस ऑल्सो लेट y बार अँड y स्टार हे दोन ऍडिशनल या ठिकाणी दोन गोष्टी घेतलेल्या आहेत, कारण h बार आणि h स्टार हा आपल्याला उपयोगाचा नाहीये, कारण वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट व्हॉट इज द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया अबाउट दिस ऍक्सिस, त्याच्यावरती आपण काढणार नाहीये. त्यामुळे h बार आणि h स्टार याचा आपल्याला तत्वता उपयोग होत नाहीये. सो त्याला आपण काय केलं, y बार आणि y स्टार अबाउट ह्या ऍक्सिस पासूनचं हे अंतर आपण या ठिकाणी फाइंड आउट केलं. कशाचं डिस्टन्स, सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटीचं डिस्टन्स फ्रॉम दिस ऍक्सिस दॅट इज डिनोटेड बाय y बार, आणि सेंटर ऑफ प्रेशरचं अंतर फ्रॉम दिस ऍक्सिस दॅट इज y स्टार. Is it over? Then first we will find out what is the formula for total pressure force. Okay, टोटल प्रेशरचा जो फॉर्म्युला आहे तो आपण या ठिकाणी पहिल्यांदा आपण फाइंड आउट करतो. दॅट इज फर्स्ट स्टेप. सेकंड स्टेप वी विल फाइंड आउट व्हॉट इज द फॉर्म्युला फॉर सेंटर ऑफ प्रेशर. ओके, द प्रोसिजर इज सेम that we have seen in the first derivation for the vertical surface. The similarly same derivation procedure, same steps we have to use here for derivation of this inclined surface. Okay, write on the title total pressure pressure intensity on the strip is equal to, एक छोटी आपण या ठिकाणी स्ट्रिप कन्सिडर केली, त्या छोट्या स्ट्रिप वरती टोटल प्रेशर फोर्स जो आहे दॅट इज गिवन बाय लेटर dp. So dp will be equal to gamma into h, right? So this is the pressure intensity, and if you multiply this pressure intensity by area, then you will get the pressure force. So the total pressure force dp will be equal to, so look at this particular notation, this is small p and this is capital P. So this is the pressure intensity and this is the total pressure acting on the strip. So this d denotes this total pressure force is acting on the strip only, छोट्या स्ट्रिप वरती, एंटायर एरियावरती नाही. त्या एंटायर एरियावरती छोटी आपण जी स्ट्रिप जी घेतलेली आहे त्या स्ट्रिप वरती जो ऍक्ट करणारा टोटल प्रेशर फोर्स आहे दॅट इज डिनोटेड बाय दिस dp. दिस dA denotes the total area of that strip. त्या छोट्या स्ट्रिपचा एरिया is nothing but it is dA. Now here as we cannot find out what is the moment of inertia about that liquid surface, now here we convert this h in terms of y. ज्या ज्या ठिकाणी h येईल, h बार येईल, y बार येईल, h बार येईल त्या ठिकाणी आपण y बार मध्ये कन्वर्ट करणार आहोत. या ठिकाणी h स्टार येईल, that h star we are going to convert into y star because we cannot find what is the moment of inertia about this surface, right? So for that purpose we have to use the trigonometry. So with the help of trigonometry we will understand the relation between this h and y. If you look at this, what is the relation between h and y? This is the surface. Okay, and this is the y or y star. हे डिस्टन्स हा असा ट्रायंगल या ठिकाणी तयार झालेला आहे. ठीक आहे, हा h, हा y आणि हा अँगल थीटा हा परपेंडिक्युलर आहे बरं का. डायग्राम काढताना या ठिकाणी थोडं क्लिअर येत नाहीये. सो कन्सिडर इट एज अ परपेंडिक्युलर लाईन विथ दिस अँगल थीटा. दिस इज h, this is y, this is h bar, this is y bar, this is h star, this will be y star. Opposite side by adjacent side hypotenuse, what will become sin theta. Sin theta will be equal to h upon y. Similarly, sin theta equal to h bar upon y bar. Similarly, sin theta equal to h star divided by y star. So जर आपल्याला h हे करायचं असेल तर आपण या ठिकाणी y sin theta लिहू शकतो त्याच्या जागी. h bar घ्यायचा असेल तर y bar sin theta आपण लिहू शकतो आणि h स्टार हे करायचं असेल तर त्याच्या ऐवजी y स्टार sin theta हे आपण त्या ठिकाणी लिहू शकतो. ठीक आहे. Same thing we have used here. Now instead of h, h is आपल्याला काय वापरायचं आहे y sin theta, this y sin theta. Instead of this I will put here y sin theta. ठीक आहे. Total pressure force on the whole area. This is about the total pressure force acting on the strip. I want total pressure force acting on the entire area. So what I will do? I will do the integration of this equation. Okay. After doing integration, what I will get? After doing integration, this integration of dp will become p. So capital P, that is total pressure force acting on the entire area, will be equal to. Out of this equation now, this gamma is the weight density which is constant and this sin theta is constant. So I will take it common. And this is the integration of y dA. This y integration of y dA is nothing but it is the sum of the first moment of the area of strip about 0 axis, incline axis जो त्याच्या भोवतीचा first moment of area. To look at this here. So instead of that, now I can use the equation A is the capital area into y bar. Okay, HIV me A लिहू शकतो त्या ठिकाणी. I will put there a y bar there in this equation. Then now instead of this y bar, what I can put? I can put there h bar, or h bar is equal to what? Y bar sin theta. हे trigonometry आपण मागाशी पाहिलं, h bar is equal to y bar sin theta. So y bar is here, sin theta is here. So instead of that, I can put here h bar. So I can write here h bar. And I have got this equation. P is equal to this. P is equal to gamma a h bar. So the equation will be same. If you see the equation of a vertical surface submerged in the liquid and inclined surface submerged in the liquid, so the equations are same. So note it down in your notebook. Is it over? Now you can read this sentence also here. Hence, there is no change in the equation for the total pressure force on the whether it is vertical or inclined. Okay. Center of pressure. Now here, let us see how the center of pressure it can be obtained. The same steps are used here. dP is equal to gamma y sine theta dA. This equation that we have seen in the vertical surface also. Here, if you see here, you can see here gamma h dP is equal to gamma h dA. Here dP is equal to gamma h dA, right? Now here dP is equal to gamma h and dP is equal to gamma h dA. Then instead of this h, we are putting gamma sine theta. Gamma sine theta is put here. Total pressure force on the whole area. dP, integrating above equation. This equation we have to integrate. So we will get here gamma sine theta into integration of gamma dA. Okay, but this gamma dB is nothing but it is the sum of the moment of area. Where we are. No. So here dP is equal to gamma y sine theta. This is the total pressure. If I multiply this total pressure by the perpendicular distance of the total pressure force P, distance between this total pressure and this 0, 0 axis, which is nothing but it is y star. Okay. So dm is equal to dP into y. Okay. So now here instead of this dP, what I will write? I will write this value instead of dP. So I will put here like this. So dm is equal to gamma sine theta y square into dA. Now here, see, I have not taken y star here, the distance here, because it is not capital P, it is dP. dP is nothing but it is the total pressure force acting on the small strip, and which is at a distance of y distance, right? So that's why we have taken here multiplication with y, and it will become y and y, it will become y square here. Gamma sine theta y square dA, this quantity will come here. Now the sum of the moment of all the such forces about 0, 0 axis, then we have to integrate this equation. Okay, so this dm, integration of dm, we have to do to get स्ट्रीप वरती जो मोमेंट ऑफ स्ट्रीप वरती ऍक्ट होणारा जो टोटल प्रेशर फोर्स आहे त्याचा जो मोमेंट आहे दॅट इज नथिंग बट डीएम. बट वी आर इंटरेस्टेड इन द डीएम ऑफ दॅट इज मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ द total pressure force acting on the entire surface. So that's why we have to do the integration of this equation number 2. And after doing integration here, integration of dm is equal to right hand side आपण या ठिकाणी इंटिग्रेशन केलं, इथं पण इंटिग्रेशन केलं, आणि ह्याचं जे इंटिग्रेशन आहे इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ dm we got here m. ओके, त्याचं आपल्याला m भेटलं, आणि ह्याचं इंटिग्रेशन ह्याचं इंटिग्रेशन नाव ह्याचं काय गॅमा आणि साइन थीटा हे कॉमन काढलं आपण, आणि आतमध्ये काय राहिलं इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ y स्क्वेअर इनटू dA. So this is the second moment of area, and this is nothing but it is I0. So this is nothing but it is the moment of an inertia of the entire surface about this axis, right? So we are interested in finding what is Iz. Instead of I0, we are interested in Iz, and we have to use the parallel axis theorem for that. See here, I0 is nothing but the moment of inertia, so I will put it here in this equation. जी मागची इक्वेशन आहे आपली, त्या इक्वेशन मध्ये इंटिग्रेशन गॅमा याच्याऐवजी मी काय वापरतो त्या ठिकाणी I0 फक्त त्या ठिकाणी नोटेशन वापरतो, सो दॅट you can see this equation number 4. According to the principle of moment, according to principle of moment, what is that? Total the moment of inertia of the total pressure force, that is nothing but P gamma P y star, it must be equal to this moment. So we will equate these two equations, this equation and this equation number 5, so that we will get this equation P into y star is equal to gamma this gamma 1 minute, into sin theta into I0. Okay, so we are interested in finding what is I star, so I will put this here only and I will take this P on this side. Now instead of y star, I want to convert now y star in terms of h star. So by using trigonometry, we can write here y star is equal to h star upon sin theta. So instead of this, now I can put here h star divided by sin theta. This sin theta will go here in the right hand side, it will become sin square theta, right? And instead of p, I will use gamma ah bar. p च्या ऐवजी मी या ठिकाणी काय करेन, gamma h bar जो आपण मागच्या मध्ये डिराइव्ह केलेला आहे. So this gamma it will get cancelled with this gamma, okay? And I will get here gamma h star is equal to, so here you can see, also instead of this I0 I will put Iz. This is according to parallel axis theorem. Okay, I0 is equal to Iz plus a y bar square. And after putting all these things in this equation, you will get this equation like this: h star is equal to sin square theta upon ah bar. This gamma will get cancelled here, and Iz upon Iz plus ah bar will be there. Again, h bar upon y bar is nothing but sin theta. So instead of this sin square theta, you can put there this part, it is kept as it is. And here, instead of this y star y bar, they have put here h bar upon sin theta. So it will become h bar square upon sin square theta, right? So multiply this with two factors here. I will get here Iz into sin square theta upon h bar plus आता ह्याचं multiplication. This sin square will get cancelled with this sin square. This a will get cancelled with this a, and this h will get cancelled with this one h, and I will get only h bar here. Okay, एकदा ह्याच्या बरोबर मल्टिप्लाय करायचं आणि एकदा ह्याच्याबरोबर मल्टिप्लाय केल्यानंतर आपल्याला काय भेटलं, हे भेटलं, आणि ह्याच्याबरोबर मल्टिप्लाय केल्यानंतर आपल्याला काय भेटलं, फक्त h bar भेटलं. ठीक आहे, मग आता या ठिकाणी ही आपल्याला फायनल इक्वेशन, दिस इज आवर फायनल इक्वेशन फॉर फाइंडिंग h star. H star is nothing but it is the distance of Cp from the free liquid surface. Okay, free liquid surface पासूनचे हे अंतर आहे. And this Ig is nothing but it is the moment of inertia about the centroidal axis. Okay, but which is parallel to the this axis, imaginary axis that we have drawn there. Okay, so and this angle theta is the angle made with the free liquid surface by the inclined surface theta, right? H bar, H star, they have the usual meaning with this free liquid surface. So you can note down this derivation in your notebook. Write down there center of pressure title and write down this equation. H star is equal to Iz sin square theta
सर तिथं h bar कॅन्सल केलते ना सर, तुम्ही काले मग परत a into h bar आले की सर?
इथं स्क्वेअर आहे.
हा सर, तिथं काले एक h bar आहे सर, तिथं कॅन्सल केले सर, फक्त स्क्वेअर असल्यामुळे एक h bar राहिला सर.
हा
परत काले h bar आले सर, ते कसं झाले सर?
इथं
हा
अरे हे ह्याच्याबरोबर एकदा मल्टिप्लिकेशन केलंय आणि ह्याच्याबरोबर एकदा मल्टिप्लिकेशन केलंय. ह्याच्याबरोबर ज्यावेळेस आपण मल्टिप्लाय करतो त्यावेळेस हा फक्त Iz ह्याच्याबरोबर ऍड होतो.
ओके,
आणि हा पार्ट ऍज इट इज तसंच राहतो इथं. साइन स्क्वेअर h bar हा आहे तसा आला. ठीक आहे, याचं ज्यावेळेस आपण याच्याबरोबर मल्टिप्लाय करतो त्यावेळेस ते कॅन्सल होतं.
ठीक आहे सर.
आता ही जी इक्वेशन आहे या इक्वेशन मध्ये जर आपण दिस इक्वेशन इज अप्लिकेबल फॉर इन्क्लाइन सरफेस ॲज वेल एज व्हर्टिकल सरफेस ॲज वेल एज हॉरिझॉन्टल सरफेस. हे कुठल्याही सरफेस साठी आपल्याला युजफुल इक्वेशन आहे. जर आपण ही इक्वेशन व्हर्टिकल सरफेस साठी वापरायचं म्हटलं आपण, ठीक आहे, जे आपण व्हर्टिकल सरफेस इक्वेशन आपण मागच्या याच्यामध्ये डिराइव्ह केलेली आहे. काय इक्वेशन आपण डिराइव्ह केली? H star इज इक्वल टू Iz अपॉन ah bar प्लस h bar. ही इक्वेशन आपण डिराइव्ह केलेली आहे व्हर्टिकल सरफेस साठी. ठीक आहे, पण त्याच्याऐवजी जर मी ही इक्वेशन वापरली तर काय इक्वेशन होईल, याच्यामध्ये बदल होईल का आपण बघूया. जर व्हर्टिकल सरफेससाठी मी इक्वेशन वापरली तर अँगल काय येईल या ठिकाणी, अँगल येईल थिटा विथ द फ्री लिक्विड सरफेस, अँगल येईल 90 डिग्री येईल, बरोबर आहे. थिटाची व्हॅल्यू काय येईल 90 डिग्री. जर मी या साइन थिटाच्या ऐवजी या ठिकाणी मी साइन 90 टाकलं, साइन 90 ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे, साइन 90 इज इक्वल टू 1, म्हणजे याच्या ऐवजी काय येईल 1 येईल. म्हणजेच मला इक्वेशन काय भेटेल मग, एच स्टार इज इक्वल टू आय जी अपॉन एच बार प्लस एच बार. ओके, हा पार्ट कट होऊन जाईल फक्त, आणि ही इक्वेशन आणि ही इक्वेशन आपली सेमच असेल. सो यू कॅन सी दॅट दिस इक्वेशन कॅन बी युज्ड फॉर the vertical surface as well as inclined surface as well as horizontal surface. Horizontal surfaceच्या केसमध्ये एच स्टार आणि एच बार ह्या दोन्हीची व्हॅल्यू सेम असतात, कारण ते दोन्ही एकाच प्लेनवरती आहेत आणि अंतर त्या ठिकाणी दोन्हीवरती सेम आहेत. दोन हे जे आहेत ह्या दोन पॅरलल लाईन दोन पॅरलल मधलं अंतर हे वेगवेगळ्या पॉईंट मधलं सेम असतं, आणि त्यामुळं या ठिकाणी आपण बघूया आता हे आपल्याला इक्वेशन भेटायला पाहिजे. या ठिकाणी जर मी पॅरलल या ठिकाणी जर सरफेस घेतला असेल तर अँगल काय येईल मग, या दोन ह्याच्यामधला फ्री लिक्विड सरफेस आणि हा लिक्विड जो आहे हॉरिझॉन्टल लिक्विड सरफेस, ह्यातला अँगल येईल 0 डिग्री, बरोबर आहे का, कारण ह्याच्यामध्ये अँगलच तयार होत नाही काय, किंवा 180 डिग्री येईल. जर आपण साइन 0 ची व्हॅल्यू आपण टाकली, साइन 0 इज इक्वल टू काय येईल 0, म्हणजे हा पूर्ण पार्ट या ठिकाणी 0 होऊन जाईल आणि मला काय भेटेल मग, एच स्टार इज इक्वल टू एच बार, हे मला या ठिकाणी इक्वेशन भेटून जाईल. So this application, this particular equation is the we can say universal equation which can be used for vertical surface as well as for the inclined surface as well as for the horizontal surface, plane surface. Okay, not curved surface. If you see here, what is written? If the angle theta is equal to 90 degree, if I put this in this equation number 7, then equation becomes same as that for the vertical plane surface submerged in the liquid. Okay. So equation 7, Iz is equal to MOI, that is moment of inertia. This Ig is nothing but it is the moment of inertia of inclined surface about an axis passing through the Z and parallel to the 0, 0. Everyone noted down this equation? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Next, write down the title: horizontal plane surface submerged in the liquid. Draw this diagram. Now, if you see here, the equation for finding the total pressure force will be same, and finding the center of pressure. हे मागच्या इक्वेशन मध्ये आपण बघितलं आता कसं आपण सेंटर ऑफ प्रेशर. सो या ठिकाणी वेगळी डेरिव्हेशन असं काही नाही हॉरिझॉन्टल सरफेस साठी. डायरेक्टली यू कॅन राईट दिस फॉर्म्युला अँड दिस फॉर्म्युला, दोन्हीची फॉर्म्युला लिहून घ्या. Okay, is it over? Now we will note down this table in your notebook. There are 4 columns. Column number 1, 2, 3, 4. Column number 1 is the showing the plane surface, shape of the plane surface or the type of the plane surface. Then second column shows the CZ from the base, location of CZ from the base. Then third column it shows the area of that particular plane surface, and last column it shows the moment of inertia about an axis passing through the CZ, that is centroidal axis, and we have the equation for that. Okay. So have you made these 4 columns there? Right on the first column, the plane figure there, a rectangle. Draw this rectangle diagram. Then what will be centroidal axis for the vertical surface? The vertical plane surface असेल त्या केसमध्ये त्याचा centroidal axis काय असेल? This will be the centroidal axis, which is parallel to the liquid surface. ह्या liquid surface ला parallel असलेला. So here the CZ from the base मध्ये इथून किती अंतरावरती CZ आहे? It will be at, if this distance is d, then this distance x will be equal to d by 2. Okay. Area b into d. Then iz will be equal to bd cube by 12. Now here, instead of considering it as a bd cube by 12, remembering like this, how you should remember? You should remember like that. Parallel side, yeah, this is the centroidal axis. Centroidal axis ला असलेली parallel side, त्याचं सिंगल मल्टिप्लिकेशन, अँड जे परपेंडिक्युलर साइड आहे त्याची पॉवर 3, ओके, डिवाइडेड बाय 12 असं ध्यानात ठेवा, म्हणजे तुमचं कन्फ्युजन नाही होणार. कन्फ्युजन bd cube by 12, b is the parallel side and ed cube is the perpendicular side to the centroidal axis. Okay, next is the triangle. We know that center of gravity CZ of the triangle is at h by 3 from the base and 2 by 3 from the apex. इथून 2 by 3 असताना खालून हे 1 by 3 of h by 3. Okay. Then area of triangle, we know that area of triangle is nothing but half into base into height, so half into b into h. Then moment of inertia about the centroidal axis. b h cube by 36. B is the side parallel to this parallel axis, and this is the h height. BH cube by 36. For rectangle, after triangle, circle. Rectangle नंतर square साठी पण या ठिकाणी लिहिलं तरी चालेल. X will be equal to d by 2 for square also, and it will be area a square and a raised to 12 a raised to 4 divided by 12. This is for the square. 1 2 3, this will be 4. Circle साठी काय? X will be equal to, from the base, the center is at x is equal to d by 2. Area of triangle circle, it is 5 by 4 into d square. and moment of inertia about this axis will be equal to pi by 64 into d raised to 4. Trapezium. Trapezium generally it is not asked in examinations, but you should know. So that's why I note it down. This is B side, larger side is denoted by B. Smaller side is denoted by letter A. Distance between these two parallel lines is H. And then X will be at distance. X is equal to 2A plus B upon A plus B, H by 3. Then area of the trapezium is nothing but it is the average of these two sides multiplied by height. Average of two sides means A plus B by 2 into H. And Iz is equal to what? Iz is equal to, this is the equation. A square plus 4ab plus b square upon 36a plus b h cube. Is it over? Yes. Is it over? हम लोग इसके अलावा ना सकते थे a is to a square plus b square. A square plus b square.
सर ते ट्रॅपेझोहायडल मध्ये लास्ट IG च्या तिथं
A square plus 4ab plus b square आहे.
नाही सर म्हणजे तिथं A² प्लस B² चा फॉर्म्युला यूज केलाय ना.
A square plus b square चा फॉर्म्युला माझ्या लक्षात नाही कुठला फॉर्म्युला म्हणतो का a plus b चा होल स्क्वेअर.
इंडेक्स प्रॉपर्टी मधला ए
a square plus b square चा फॉर्म्युला a plus b ब्रॅकेट स्क्वेअर ह्याचा फॉर्म्युला आहे a स्क्वेअर प्लस b स्क्वेअर प्लस 2ab. ठीक आहे, हा फॉर्म्युला या ठिकाणी नाही येतो.
Sir, moment of inertia for square a cube divided by 12n.
A cube नाही येणार, a raised to 4 येईल. A raised to 4 divided by 12. Have written a cube. Where you have seen that? A cube by 12.
स्क्वेअरचे येते ना सर ते?
Mistake.
Yes, square च सांगालोय मी. A raised to 4 by 12.
हा स्क्वेअरचे येते सर हे.
अरे स्क्वेअरच त्यांनी सांगाले ते क्यूब म्हणून लागले त्यांनी a cube by 12 म्हणाले.
नाही सर, मिस्टेक झाली.
Okay. I think if it is over, then we'll move ahead to solve the problem based upon this now. So let us write down the problem. A rectangular plate 4 meter by 3 meter is immersed vertically in water. Write down. A rectangular plate 4 meter by 3 meter is immersed vertically in water with 3 meter side parallel to the free liquid surface. With 3 meter side parallel to the free liquid surface, and top of plate 3.5 meter below. Top of plate 3.5 meter below the free liquid surface. Below the free liquid surface. Full stop. Find the total pressure and center of pressure for this plate. Find total pressure and center of pressure for this plate. So before solving the problem, first we should understand the problem clearly. Read it. Rectangular plate 4 meter by 3 meter is immersed vertically in water with 3 meter side parallel. So they have mentioned here how the plate is, whether it is vertical or inclined. So it is vertically immersed with 3 meter side parallel to the free liquid surface. Means smaller side is parallel and larger side is perpendicular to the liquid surface, like this, right? And top of the plate 3.5 meter below the free liquid surface. So this top of the plate, it is below the free liquid surface by 3.5 meter. So you have to draw the diagram like this, right? Now, after drawing this diagram, we need to first of all write down the given things there. I will hide the contents here. Otherwise, everything you will go on writing as it is.
सर डायग्राम गिवन मध्ये दिले का प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये?
No, it is not given in the problem. You have to draw it. By reading the problem, you should be able to draw the diagram. Rectangular plate 4 meter by, सगळ्यात अगोदर आपल्याला हे लक्षात आलं पाहिजे कसे प्लेट कशी आहे, 4 मीटर बाय 3 मीटर, राईट? आणि 3 मीटर साइड पॅरलल म्हटल्यानंतर डायग्राम कशी येईल आपली, अशा पद्धतीचं एक रेक्टँगल येईल. ठीक आहे. परत काय म्हटले, टॉप ऑफ द प्लेट 3.5 मीटर बिलो द फ्री लिक्विड सरफेस. आता फ्री लिक्विड सरफेस आपण या ठिकाणी अगोदर ड्रॉ करून घेऊयात. कशाच्या वरती? या प्लेटच्या वरती, लाईक दिस. And what is said, 3.5 meter below the free liquid surface, top of the plate आहे. So here you can note this distance, 3.5 meter, right? This is 3 meter, this is 4 meter. Now who will tell me how to find out h bar? What is h bar? कोण सांगेल? h bar काय आहे?
4/2 सर.
h bar म्हणजे काय ते सांगा आधी मला.
Free surface to center of gravity.
सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी.
Kekan, it is center of gravity. h bar means
डिस्टन्स ऑफ
H
सेंटर
bar
ऑफ
म्हणजे सर फ्री सरफेस
Distance
पासून सर
from
Distance of CG of area from free surface of liquid.
Free surface, correct. Gobur has given the correct answer. It is the distance of CG from the free liquid surface. So we have seen their formula. Where is the CG from the base? It is d by 2 from the base. So from the top also it will be d by 2. What is d? Here. It is d is nothing but it is 4. 4 by 2, it will become 2. So this is the CG and its distance from the free liquid surface. This total distance, right? So up to this, it is 2 plus this. So it will become 2 plus 3.5. It will be 5.5 meter. That is h bar. What is capital A? B into
Total
B.
area.
What is B? 3 by 4 is equal to 12 meter square. What is capital P formula? Total pressure force gamma A
H
H
bar.
bar. Liquid is water here, so what we will take here? Gamma value 9810. A 12 into H bar 5.5 is equal to, you will get your total pressure in Newton. How much it is?
647.46 into 10 raised to 3 Newton.
600
47.46 into 10 raised to 3.
So instead of 10
Kilonewton.
raised to 3, I can write here kilonewton. Okay. So this will be your P. Next, we have to find out what is a star. For vertical free liquid surface, what is the formula? A star is equal to what?
IG divided by AH bar
IC divided by A H bar plus
plus
H bar.
H bar.
plus H bar. IZ. What is the formula to find out the IZ of the rectangle?
BD cube upon 12 sir.
IZ is equal to BD cube by 12. What is B? B is the parallel side, right?
3
Three.
meter.
3 meter.
Parallel side means 3 into D is nothing but it is perpendicular side to the axis. Axis to perpendicular side.
4.
That is 4 cube divided by 12 is equal to how much? यातला एक 4 कट झालं तर हे काय होईल या ठिकाणी 3 येईल हे 3 आणि हे या ठिकाणी कट होऊन जाईल 4 × 16
16.
मीटर इज टू 4 बरोबर आहे का?
हो सर.
हो सर.
Now Ig find out केले, put this value of Ig in this formula. Ig is equal to 16 divided by area काढलाय आपण 12 into h bar आलेला आहे 5.5 plus 5.5 is equal to
5.74.
how much?
5.74.
5.74 meter. Okay, means this center of pressure, it will act somewhere at this location which is at the distance of 5.74 meter. So this is the point P. Okay, so I will clear it now so that you can see the answer. You can see here the value of P 64746 Newton. That is correct. And H star is equal to 5.74 meter. That is also correct. Everyone understood how to solve this problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next problem. A rectangular plane surface is 2 meter wide and 3 meter deep. A rectangular surface 2 meter wide and 3 meter deep. It lies in vertical plane in water. It lies in vertical plane in water. Determine total pressure and center of pressure on determine total pressure and center of pressure on plane surface when its upper edge is horizontal, when its upper edge is horizontal, and first coincide with the water surface, coincide with water surface. Second, 2.5 meter below the free water surface, below the free water surface. So there are two problems here. Okay, first problem मध्ये काय म्हटलंय, when the free liquid surface coincide with the water surface, okay, upper surface. And means diagram will be, how will be the diagram? Suppose this is the water liquid surface. पहिल्या केस मध्ये this will be the diagram. Second case मध्ये diagram काय येईल? अशी diagram येईल. So leave some space there for solving this problem and solve this problem afterwards. हा डिस्टन्स तुम्हाला दिलेला आहे 2.5 मीटर. त्या केस मध्ये काय येईल? P is equal to what? त्या केस मध्ये P is equal to what? त्या केस मध्ये Ester is equal to what? And here Ester is equal to what? Like this we have to solve. This will be case A and this will be your case B. Okay. Now everyone I think have written the problem. Should I take the next one? Write down this next problem. जागा सोडा problem सोडवण्यासाठी. Leave some space to solve this previous problem. This problem. Okay. And write down this next problem. An isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle. Plate. Triangle plate of 3 meter base. An isosceles triangle of triangle plate of 3 meter base, 3 meter height, is immersed vertically in water. Is immersed vertically in water such that its base is at depth of 4.5 meter. Its base is at depth of 4.5 meter from the free liquid surface. The apex of the plate is below the base of the plate. Suppose this is the liquid surface here. And it is mentioned here that the apex of the plate, apex means top. Triangle जो असतो आपला, generally triangle आपला कसा असतो, असा असतो. Right. This portion is called as the apex. This portion, this is the apex and this is the base. Okay. This is apex and this is base. So what is given in problem? द अपेक्स ऑफ द प्लेट इज बिलो द बेस. हा अपेक्स बेसच्या खाली आहे, म्हणजेच हा ट्रायंगल कसा आहे, उलटा आहे, असा आहे. ठीक आहे. Then determine the total pressure and center of pressure. Determine the total pressure and center of pressure. So let us draw the diagram here first. Vertical in water such that its base is at depth of 4.5 meter from the free liquid surface. त्याचा जो बेस आहे हा उलटा ट्रायंगल आहे, त्याचा बेस जो आहे तो फ्री लिक्विड सरफेस पासून किती अंतरावरती आहे तो आपल्याला या ठिकाणी दिलेला आहे. It is 4.5 meter. ओके. त्याचा बेस किती दिलेला आहे? It is 3 meter. हाईट किती आहे? हाईट पण 3 मीटर आहे, राइट? This is the problem, and it is asked to find out what is total pressure force acting at this particular. P is equal to what? And H star is equal to what? That is asked. So what is B here? 3 meter. What is H here? 3 meter, right? How to find what is the H bar? H bar कोण सांगेल कसं काढायचा?
h/3.
h/3 from the base, right? बेस पासून h/3 अंतरावरती असतो.
प्लस 4.5.
प्लस हा 4.5 आपल्याला त्याच्यामध्ये ऍड करावा लागेल, म्हणजे आपला हा टोटल h बार हा भेटून जाईल, राइट? दिस इज 3/3. So 3/3 plus 4.5. It will be equal to 1 plus 4.5 is equal to 5.5 meter. Everyone have got this point? Is there any doubt, difficulty in understanding this? Then area, capital A, area of triangle, half into base into height is equal to half into base किती आहे? 3. height किती आहे? height पण 3. किती आता एरिया? 3 3 9 9 by 2 4.5 meter square, right? Then we have the formula S star is equal to what? Ig upon A H bar plus H bar. What is the formula of Ig for triangle? Ig is equal to B
H cube 36.
H cube by
36.
36, right? So what is B here?
3.
3. H किती आहे? 3 divided by 36. So therefore Ig is equal to how much?
2.25.
2.25 meter raised to 4.
Into 10 to the power 4.
No, sir. No, sir. 2.25 only.
Only 2.25. Okay. So now put this value here. 2.25 divided by area 4.5 into H bar 5.5 plus 5.5 is equal to
5.59 meter.
5.59.
5.59 meter. Okay. So here all of you have attention. One thing you might have observed in the previous problem and this problem also, the position of H star, okay, the distance or the value difference between these two. H bar हा किती आहे? 5.5 आहे. H star किती आहे? 5.59 आहे. So which is greater here? H star is greater than, right? So it shows that this total pressure force always lies below the center of gravity. Total pressure force जो point असतो तो always lies equal or greater than the center of pressure. So MCQ मध्ये याच्यावरती पण प्रश्न तुम्हाला विचारला जाऊ शकतो. So keep in mind this thing. समजलं सगळ्यांना काय सांगितलं ते?
सर रिपीट करा अजून एकदा.
सेंटर ऑफ प्रेशर P जो आहे तो कधीही either it is equal to or greater than that of the G, or total pressure force is always lies below the center of gravity. CP, center of pressure, always greater than CG, or H star always greater than or equal to H bar. ग्रेटर दॅन इक्वल टू का म्हटलं आपण? हॉरिझॉन्टल केस मध्ये हा सेम असतो, इक्वल इक्वल होतो. समजलं सगळ्यांना?
ओके सर.
Yes, sir.
5.59 in the year 2.24 and this is the pressure. Okay, now let us move ahead. Now another diagram here, another surface, circular surface is there. Write on the problem. Determine the total pressure on circular plate. Determine the total pressure on circular plate of diameter 1.5 meter, which is placed vertically in water in such a way that center of pressure is 3 meter below. Center of plate is 3 meter below the free liquid surface. Find position of CP from the freeze surface. This problem is quite simple. So instead of solving this problem here, just note down and you can solve this problem afterwards. We will see the next one. Okay. Write on the problem, leave some space to solve. This is quite simple problem. Just here we have to use the formula of IG. IG चा फक्त फॉर्म्युला या ठिकाणी वेगळा आहे. बाकीचं सेम आहे सगळं. What is the IG of circle? IG is equal to what? Pi by
64 upon d cube. d4 less 4.
d raised to 4. फक्त हा फॉर्म्युला या ठिकाणी वेगळा आहे, बाकी सेम आहे. Let's move ahead. Write on this problem. This was asked in December 2018 for 5 marks. An equilateral triangle 2 meter side, an equilateral triangle of 2 meter side is immersed vertically in water with one of its apex axis of symmetry parallel to the water surface. With one of its axis of symmetry parallel to the water surface. Full stop. Determine total pressure and center of position of center of pressure. Determine the total pressure and position of center of pressure. Okay, this is the problem. What is the meaning of equilateral triangle? We will tell.
Triangle having
sir,
all
sir.
angles 16 degree.
Okay, triangle having all angle 60 degree or all the sides are same.
180 degrees are all.
Taken that 180 degree angle is everywhere. कुठल्याही ट्रायंगल मध्ये हा 180 असू शकतो, but all triangles are not equilateral triangles.
Addition sir, addition.
अरे कुठल्याही ट्रायंगलच्या ह्याची असा जरी ट्रायंगल असला तरी ह्या तिन्हीची ऍडिशन 180 ची येणार. That property is different. Okay, that
60 sir all.
Yes.
60 sir, 60 angle all.
Same असते sir.
इक्विलॅटरल ट्रायंगल मध्ये तिन्ही साइडचे अँगलचे हे जे आहेत 60 डिग्री असते आणि साइड जे आहेत ते साइड कसे असतात, सेम असतात इक्विलॅटरल ट्रायंगल मध्ये. याच्या अगोदर आपण जो बघित होता आयसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल, त्याच्यामध्ये दोन साइड सेम असतात. आता याची दुसरी प्रॉपर्टी काय आहे इक्विलॅटरल ट्रायंगलची? ऍक्सिस ऑफ सिमेट्री जो आहे, म्हणजेच इथून जर मी असा परपेंडिक्युलर बायसेक्टर टाकला, इथून जर टाकला असा आणि इकडून जर टाकला, तर हे सेम याच्यामध्ये डिवाइड करते. ठीक आहे, सिमेट्रिक फिगर मध्ये डिवाइड करतो. जर असं मी याला डिवाइड केला तर हा पार्ट आणि हा पार्ट सिमेट्रिक असेल. ठीक आहे. तर वन ऑफ इट्स ऍक्सिस ऑफ सिमेट्री म्हणजेच काय, ऍक्सिस ऑफ सिमेट्री जी आहे त्याची त्या ठिकाणी पॅरलल आहे म्हटलेलं आहे सरफेसला. So now in this diagram, this is the axis of symmetry. You separate it, divide it into two parts. This part and this part are identical. And this axis of symmetry is parallel to this liquid surface. म्हणजे ट्रायंगल आपल्याला असा काढावा लागेल, बरोबर आहे. अशा पद्धतीचा ट्रायंगल या ठिकाणी काढला. Then we have to find out what is the total pressure and center of pressure. आणि काय दिले, ट्रायंगल 2 मीटर साईड दिली ट्रायंगलची. हा 2 मीटर आहे. ठीक आहे. हा 2 मीटर असणार आणि हा पण 2 मीटर असेल. ठीक आहे. याचा सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी कुठं असेल, हा अलॉंग दिस ऍक्सिस ऑफ सिमेट्री वरती असेल, या पॉइंट वरती असेल समवेअर. याचा डिस्टन्स हे आपल्याला काढायचं आहे. मग हे डिस्टन्स किती येईल, हे डिस्टन्स how much will be the distance? An equilateral triangle 2 meter side is immersed vertically in water with one of its sides parallel to the center of parallel to the water surface. हे किती असेल, as this axis of symmetry is bisector of the साइडला हे बायसेक्ट करतं, डिवाइड करतं. ठीक आहे. जर हे 2 असेल टोटल तर हे येईल 1 मीटर आणि हे येईल खालचा हा पार्ट 1 मीटर. ठीक आहे. मग इथपर्यंतचं अंतर झालं 1 मीटर आणि हे किती असणार आहे मग, प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये काहीतरी द्यायचं राहिलेलं आहे, इन्फॉर्मेशन इज नॉट गिवन कम्प्लिटली. सो दे माइट हॅव गिवन दिस डिस्टन्स हिअर 1 मीटर or they might have given the distance of axis of symmetry from the free liquid surface as a 2 meter. Okay, this problem is incomplete. So they might have given us this distance of axis of symmetry from the free liquid surface as 2 meter. Write down there in the question itself. 2 meter sides immersed vertically with water, one of its axis parallel to the surface, and at 2 meter from free liquid surface असेल, and at 2 meter from the free liquid surface. So म्हणजे हे डिस्टन्स आपल्याला माहित आहे. And the center of gravity will be here, means h bar will be equal to 2 meter. ठीक आहे. h bar आपल्याला माहित आहे आता. Then you can find out the p and also you can find out the h star there. So what is the new thing here we have learned? One thing here is not mentioned, that is height of triangle is not given. This height you will require for finding the area. Area's formula काय, a is equal to half into base into height, right? H is not known, but we know that this side, we know this angle is 60 degree. This side is 2 meter. Opposite side by hypotenuse, that is sin 60. Sin angle 60 is equal to what? Opposite side, we can call it as x divided by 2 hypotenuse. Okay. So x will be equal to 2 into sin 60. How much it is? कोण सांगेल?
1.772.
1.732.
ओके, 1.732 मीटर. हे तुम्हाला एच ची व्हॅल्यू या ठिकाणी भेटली, त्याला आपण एक्स ची एच म्हणूया, म्हणजे तुम्हाला लक्षात येईल. एच बेस किती आहे, 2. दिस इज द बेस, इट इज ऑफ 2 मीटर. सो यू कॅन यूज दिस फॉर्म्युला अँड फाइंड आउट व्हॉट इज द एरिया ऑफ ट्रायंगल. या ठिकाणी पायथागोरस वापरून फाइंड आउट केलेला आहे. 2 मीटर साइड म्हणजे ही साइड, ही हाफ पार्ट त्याचा म्हणजे 1 मीटर बायसेक्टर असल्यामुळे. ठीक आहे. आणि बाय युजिंग दिस पायथागोरस थेरम ऑल्सो यू कॅन फाइंड 2 स्क्वेअर minus 1 square like this also. Under root of 4 square minus 1. 4×16 minus 1 म्हणजे 15 चा under root 15. So if you do this like this, नाही 416 नाही येणार, ते 4च येईल फक्त. 4 - 1 काय येईल? 3 येईल. √3. √3 is nothing but 1.732. ठीक आहे. And then you can use the formula for Iz. Iz is equal to what? Pi by
BH
B,
BH cube upon 36.
BH cube by 36, right? B here, how much?
Two, sir.
2 meter.
2 meter.
Wait here, the formula B is nothing but it is the side parallel, right? Means we have to take this B side, and H we have to consider this H. Okay, so B here will be 1.732. ओके, डायरेक्शन लक्षात ठेवा. ट्रायंगल त्या केसमध्ये आपण जो फॉर्म्युला लिहून घेतलाय त्याच्यामध्ये ट्रायंगल कसा काढलाय आपण? ट्रायंगल असा काढलेला आहे, बरोबर आहे. कोणती साइड पॅरल घेतली आपण? बी म्हणजे पॅरल साइड घेतली, बरोबर आहे. एच क्यूब, एच कुठला घेतलाय? हा हाईट घेतली आपण. सेम वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर हिअर ऑल्सो.
IG 0.384 मीटर.
यू कॅन सी हिअर 0.384, करेक्ट. फॉर्म्युला बघा या ठिकाणी कसा वापरला, एच बी क्यूब बाय 1236 घेतलाय, बरोबर आहे. तेच आपण फॉर्म्युला. लॉजिक त्याच्या मागचं समजून घ्या म्हणजे प्रॉब्लेम नाही येणार. पॅरल साइड म्हणजे बी साइड पॅरल साइड आणि व्हर्टिकल म्हणजे एच साइड. Therefore, A star is equal to
2.110.
2.110, correct. So this is the, in this way we have to solve the problem. Next problem here, you can see there is a some slot. Okay, मध्ये एक slot त्या ठिकाणी आहे, open space, hole is there. अशा पद्धतीने जर होल असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये प्रॉब्लेम कसा सोडवायचा ते आपण या ठिकाणी बघूया. ठीक आहे. सो लेट अस राइट डाउन द प्रॉब्लेम. Write down a rectangular plate 30 centimeter by 40 centimeter having rectangular plate 30 centimeter by 40 centimeter having centrally located circular hole, centrally located circular hole of 10 centimeter diameter, of 10 centimeter diameter is immersed vertically in an oil of specific gravity in an oil of specific gravity 0.9. The oil of specific oil surface, the oil surface is 80 centimeter above the top of plane or plate. Find the total pressure and center of pressure. Find total pressure, force and center of pressure. So try to draw the diagram for this. You drawn the diagram? See, there is a rectangle. This rectangle contains a hole at the center. You have to draw the diagram like this, and there will be this top surface is below the this plate. Now how you will draw the diagram? Here, what we have to do? You have to draw the diagram like this. Okay. Mention the height. Okay. Then here, for finding the total pressure force, what we have to do? We have to first find out what is the area of this entire rectangle. Then we have to subtract the area of this circle. हा सर्कलचा एरिया आपण इथून मायनस करावा लागेल. सो एरिया ए असं त्याला नाव देऊ आपण, इफेक्टिव्ह एरिया असं नाव देऊया. इफेक्टिव्ह एरिया इज इक्वल टू एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल minus area of circle. So area of rectangle will be what? 30 centimeter by 40 centimeter means 3 by 4 minus area of circle, that will be pi by 4 into d square. D is nothing but 0.1. हे या ठिकाणी 1.3 आणि 0.4 येईल बरं का. 40 आणि 30 म्हटलेलं आहे. सो हे असं येईल. म्हणजे तुम्हाला या ठिकाणी काय भेटेल? एरिया भेटून जाईल मीटर स्क्वेअर मध्ये. सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी हा सेंटरलाच असणार आहे. हे डिस्टन्स या ठिकाणी फाइंड आउट करा. हे डिस्टन्स आहे 4 आणि हे किती अंतरावरती आहे? टॉप ह्याचा 80 सेंटीमीटर बिलो. सो दिस विल बी 0.8, राइट? This soil surface 0.8 plus this distance is nothing but it is the half of this total height, that is 0.4, so it will become 0.2. This is 0.2 meter and this 0.8. So h bar is equal to 0.2 plus 0.8 is equal to 1 meter. Everyone, are you getting this point? What I am trying to say here?
Yes, sir.
So this is 0.4 meters. एच बार भेटला आपल्याला. त्याच्यानंतर आपल्याला काढायचं आहे आयजी. आयजी काढताना पण आपल्याला इफेक्टिव्ह आयजी काढावं लागेल. त्याच्यामध्ये ह्याचा आयजी मायनस करावं लागेल. आयजी ऑफ रेक्टँगल काय फॉर्म्युला आहे? बीडी क्यूब बाय 12 मायनस आयजी ऑफ सर्कल, दॅट इज 5/64 इंटू बीडी. सो हे यातून सबट्रॅक्ट करा. याचा आयजी भेटेल तुम्हाला. देन यूज दिस आयजी. याचा आयजी हा वापरा. to find out H star. H star is equal to what? Ig upon H bar plus H bar. Right? Yeah, here that you can talk on the formula. Do it fast. 3 by 4 divided by 12 minus 5 by 64 into circle 0.8, 0.1 raised to 4. How much is the value of Ig?
988.84. Answer.
Ig,
Answer to
final answer.
IG answer.
You are telling the answer of what? Either P or H star. First P find out.
सर बी आणि डी 0.3 आणि 0.4 आहे ना
काय?
बी आणि डी रेक्टँग्युलर साठी
B 0.3 आणि 0.4 is the height.
3 घेतले तुम्ही तर 3 into 4
कुठं का?
IG कशी 3 into
हो.
4 raised to 3 divided by 12 minus
No. 3 by 4 म्हटलं ना त्यांनी. Rectangular plate 3 meter by 3 centimeter by 4 centimeter. So 3 meter is the width and 4 centimeter is the height.
okay sir. IG सर 15.99 यायला
Yes.
टोटल IG 15.99
P किती आला
15.9
P?
हॅलो
C. P किती आले तुमचं?
989.
Let me take your attendance. Check there the value of P and Ig. Then center of pressure. Has anyone got the answer? Correct answer here. Center of pressure 1.01. Correct. Anisha has got answer. P is equal to how much? Have you got the 989 P?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All other students who have not yet got the answer, please note it down. Total pressure P is equal to 989 Newton and center of pressure is equal to 1.014 meter. Okay, and do the calculation part afterwards. Now here I am going to close this session here. Time is over. I have taken your attendance. Now you can leave the session. Should I close it now?